This is Michigan embedded correspondent John Solberg, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
Boing. We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 2 feet for wieners.
But listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. It's the Barbecue Central Show. We only talk about the most important things that are happening in the world of live fire cooking. The show originating from
Palm City, USA, Cleveland.
Still to come on this show this evening, our pal Sam, the cooking guy, in about 13 minutes from now. We say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show or head over to the Twitter, which is twitter.com/BBQ Central Show. You can also watch on YouTube, where you can answer a YouTube poll question of the week that we'll dig to here in just 1 second. The YouTube address, youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. We do have a YouTube poll question of the week, and we're asking everybody this, including all guests: washing any kind of meat is a learned behavior, and currently 90% of you are saying yes. 10% of you are saying no. So where did you figure out you should do that? 10% of you? You're in the instant chat on Facebook, hopefully. Where did you come to find out that you should rinse your protein of any sort? That's really the question. By the way, I didn't have my Zoom manager up during the Malcolm Reed interview, so as I was telling you that you could jump in and connect to try and ask a question, if you did, I couldn't see you. There is a Zoom call-in link on the YouTube chat board that is pinned to the top, so if you want to jump in with a hot take, no pun intended, or you would like to weigh in on a past show or past guest or ask me a question, whatever, you can go ahead and try and take advantage of that. Should be pretty easy to connect into. And now that I have it up on my screen here, I will be able to see it and potentially let you in. Sam the Cooking Guy coming up here in about 10 minutes from now. And coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, we have an episode number 373. We're taking you back to February 23rd of 2016, and this could be billed as a back-to-back of sorts. This was the same show that produced the Jim Berg of Killer Bees episode from last week. Also produces this segment that you will be hearing this coming Friday with what some consider to be the best competition cook of all time, the best to have ever lit a fire and then put it out at the end of a competition weekend, that being Darren Worth from Smokey D's Barbecue out there in Iowa. In this particular segment, Darren breaks down his entire brisket program for you, the listener. Seems outrageous, seems shocking that Darren would avail himself to do this, except it happened under normal conversation, or it happened within the confines of a normal conversation. Darren has also said on many occasions, especially on this show, that while he isn't someone that does classes like many of the other cooks have done over the many years that the show has been around, in order for them to not only share their knowledge, but to generate a little revenue as well off the heels of their success, because, of course, everybody wants to copy what's winning, or at least back in the old days, everybody wanted to copy what was winning, so a team could win once or multiple times in a row. Next thing you know, they're hitting the competition cooking school trail and generating thousands and thousands of dollars off of entry fee or class fees in order for them to spill their guts. Darren very open to sharing his process and has said many times, all you have to do is see him at a contest, strike up a conversation, and then start asking questions. So I did. And so Darren shared. And it's almost 10 years old at this point. If you have no idea how to cook a brisket, I would venture to say that you should go back and not only listen to the show that's happening this coming Friday, but then punch into the whole show link to get the entire info set from Darren, because it's all there. Barbecue Hall of Famer, has won every major barbecue championship, holding Memphis and May off to the side. And then if you ask Darren, he says that one doesn't even matter. He implied a couple of years ago that maybe it's fixed to a certain degree. I did ask him just recently if he was making a run or honing his skills to finally lasso and wrangle that bad boy in, but he said he was just working on his tan. He was not working on anything related to Memphis and May. I would really like to see, I mean, maybe he doesn't care, obviously, but maybe I would really like to see him somehow manage a Memphis and May win. And then I think he's pretty much checked everything off the list at that point. He's a Houston winner. He's a Jack winner. He's an American Royal winner. He's a... He's not a KCBS Team of the Year winner. Close a few years, but always backed off right at the end. Never seemed to be interested in chasing the points. Maybe couldn't win enough points in order to do it, so why bother wasting money if you can't end up winning it at the end? Although 2009, which is 16 years ago, a prolific end to a competition season that idiots like me still remember, between Appellate Envy and I Smell Smoke and an Iowa Smoky D's, if you remember any of those names from back in the day. Don't forget, you can subscribe to not only this show, but the Best Moments show by visiting the subscription page of the website, which is thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe, and you have all your options from there. If you don't have a podcast app, you can actually subscribe to the show through email. So it will show up every time the feed updates. It will show you an email. How about that? How about that? Don't forget, if you want to hear a guest or segment again that has been lost in the archives, email John. Let him know what you would like to hear. Put him to task. Take him to task, if you will. Jon, John, Jon, at thebbqcentralshow.com. And he will do his best to meet your expectation. Jimmy Shotwell is in the instant chat. I mentioned Darren Worth perhaps intimating that Memphis and May might be rigged. So not a winner from an event since 1977. Nope, it's definitely not rigged. Jimmy Shotwell, right? I think that's it. Oh, no. I do have... Well, now here's this. Uh-oh. I have a few moments I can share this story. It has nothing to do with barbecue or grilling. It has something to do with famous people, and it has something to do with those of you who are fathers of daughters out there. My oldest daughter, Bobby, you would know her as a level 1 trauma nurse at the Presby in downtown Pittsburgh. She's finishing a first year of what is a 2-year contract for her. And they were down in Savannah since last Friday, Savannah, Georgia, for one of her pals' bachelorette parties. And they were having a dinner, I think it was Saturday night. They're at a pizza restaurant or Italian restaurant, sitting out front, outside, because it's nice there, not 30 degrees or 20 degrees like it is here in Cleveland. And they thought they were in front of what was a big restaurant, the same thing. But at some point outside, separated into two different facilities. They couldn't see in, but there seemed to be a lot of carousing going on, piquing their interest. And then at some point, some older man, I don't know what that means, being a 50-year-old, that could be somebody my age, saunters out and says, "Hey, ladies, any of you like to come on in and take part in the bachelor party for Josh Allen. You know Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Look, I know who that is. If I'm getting asked to go in there, well, first of all, they're not asking me, because I'm a man. But my daughter, Bobby, also Maddie, all three of them seem to have almost not an unhealthy fear, but sweeping fear that at any moment they're going to get kidnapped and put into the sex trafficking trade. And they voiced their concern about it almost ad nauseum. And then, wouldn't you know, a almost 24-year-old Bobby Rempe, along with friends, let's say 4 of them or 5 of them, 6 total, I don't know, however the hell many of them were, are out in front of this. Guy they don't know says, hey, would you like to come in and hang out with Josh Allen and his pals? Because it's Josh Allen's bachelor party. He's getting married to some celebrity lady, I don't know. Without batting an eyelash, whoop, 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 like Three Stooges. Whoop, 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 right into the building they go. And I stop her. I said, Bobby, allow me to interrupt just for a moment. You are somebody who has expressed, as well as your sisters, a number of times over a number of years that you are legitimately worried that you're going to get kidnapped and human trafficked. And some guy comes out of a building you can't see into and says, hey, do you want to come in and hang out with XYZ celebrity that you cannot confirm is in there, and you pile in? Don't you think that was probably an opportunity to then get human trafficked like immediately, and you just pile right in? Don't ever talk to me again about how you're worried that at some point somebody's going to be trying to kidnap you because you voluntarily walked in to a scenario that could have not only had you trafficked, but anybody that decided to pile into that room with you. The door could have closed. Nobody could see in or out of that place. Everybody could have overpowered you, drugged you. You'd be halfway to Panama right now if that's where they traffic people. So don't blindly throw around your concern anymore about being trafficked, because you voluntarily put yourself in a position to get trafficked very easily, and you didn't even seem to think about it. So, memo to you fathers out there. For as much as you try and protect these women, they don't give a shit. The first sign at any type of celebrity, or you get to hang out with a celebrity, or I don't now have to pay for anything for the rest of the evening. Any jealousy on my part? Yes. Outside of that, you got to make sure these women are taking into account everything, all scenarios, no matter how great it sounds. You can't put eyeballs. Trust but verify. Got to do it. Otherwise, you're in for a world of hurt. And that's just my 2 cents, because I am a father of 3 daughters. You turds. The good news is Josh Allen appears to be a good human. So does star quarterback Sam Darnold, who was also at the bachelor party, and the Buffalo Bills starting tight end, something Kincaid, a number of other secondary string football players, and other such nonsense. Nothing weird happened. I said, Bobby, if your boyfriend Quentin was at the same restaurant and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders were in that room instead of football players, and he called you up and said, hey, FYI, I'm about ready to go hang out with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, is he getting the pass to do that? I think probably not. Easy to say yes, because that is probably never happening. But I'm wondering if the shoe was on the other foot. Hey, Sam, the cooking guy is in the green room. That's good news. Also, the good news, I did talk to Sterling Big Papa Ball the other day, and he is doing very well, so we'd love to hear that. Not walking yet, but feverishly trying to get there, hopefully within the next handful of months. Celebrate Big Papa Smoker's 15th anniversary with the Ultimate Barbecue Essential. From award-winning rubs and sauces to premium grills and smokers, Big Papa Smokers has everything the barbecue lover in your life needs. Discover Pitmaster favorites like Sweet Money, Double Secret, Cash Cow, Competition Brisket, all the good stuff. Bacon, jalapeno. How about Desert Gold on your vegetables? Delicious. For a limited time, use promo code REMPY15 at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit BigPapaSmokers.com for all the deets. Big Papa Smokers, where your food just got better. REMPY15 at checkout to get 15% off your purchase. We are back with Sam, the cooking guy, right after this. Stick around. I'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Hey, this portion of the show being brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars. Step into the world of McAuliffe Cigars, where each blend is a chapter in a grand tale of craftsmanship and passion. The portfolio is a symphony of flavors, each note carefully composed to create an unforgettable Nicaraguan smoking experience. Color series continues to be a strong favorite of mine. The black, number 1. Red, a close number 2. Blue, number 3. New colors coming this year at TPA, so stay tuned for that. Joining me in the second hour, somebody you might have seen in the show just this past Tuesday, sitting in for John Solberg during the Embedded Correspondence, a YouTube maven and a pal o' mine, Sam, the cooking guy. Hey, Sammy.
I'm having deja vu right now,
We are back to back, and we are 4 less or 3 less.
And by the way,
cohorts.
let's just tell the audience that
Yes.
you texted me. We chat regularly.
Yeah.
Between my appearances on the show.
Yeah.
And you said, "Are you up for being in next week?" Something like that.
Yeah.
And I said, "Of course, I committed. I'm one of those guys. I'm not. Who do you think I am? A meathead? I'm going to fucking fall asleep and not show up? That's not going to happen.
Never. No.
By the way, I throw him under the bus, but I adore Meathead's appearances and especially like it when he sleeps and whatever. It's all good. But let me just say something about cigars because I'm not a cigar guy.
All right.
But when I have one in an enjoyable moment, I'm on a deck, a veranda, there's a lake, there's relaxing time, there's nothing going on in my life. When I have one, I say to myself, why am I not a cigar guy more often?
You can. So what I've come to learn about cigars, because I'm going, I think in August is my 4th year of smoking cigars. And the first 2 or 3 times, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to cut the cap off. I didn't know how to properly do it. No. I was pretty good the first time.
I
was.
Believe that nobody is any good the first time.
Well, just ask my right hand. It tells no lies. No lies. So after the 3rd time, I said, geez, this is terrible on all accounts. It's not enjoyable, and it tastes bad, and it smells bad. How can somebody really like this? So I YouTubed it and realized quickly, well, people could probably enjoy it if they did it right from the beginning instead of destroying it right from the beginning like I did. And then I learned and I started doing my deep dives because when I get into things, now I have to become a master, and it's now.
So wait, why don't you guys do a short video, a master class on how to enjoy a cigar your first time? Because I mean, there's.
I feel there's got to be 15,000 of those videos laying around YouTube already.
But you know what? Yes, but here's the difference. It's you. And people that watch this channel like you, trust you, believe in the things that you say. I think that I would rather listen to something like that from you than a stranger. Come on, man. Do it.
I like that.
It's not a terrible idea.
Not a heavy lift. Something I like to do.
Lift.
Yes,
Right,
no doubt about it.
Right.
Yeah, I find cigars to be highly enjoyable. I do find that if I enjoy something, I cannot assume that somebody else is going to like what I like, because perhaps unlike any other product of consumption, palate on cigars is so personal. And what I might find to be, I have experts in the industry telling me that this cigar that I'm smoking has the strength of 7 or 8 out of 10. And I don't even feel that at all.
But Greggy boy, that's life.
Yeah.
Just because I like something doesn't mean somebody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Undoubtedly.
Here's what I've learned. It's what you like that really matters, and that's all that matters.
Right.
You know?
I mean,
what do I care about what somebody else thinks?
When I was really into wine, I wanted to learn then everything I could know about wine. That was the time Gary Vaynerchuk was doing Wine Library TV. And he would give all these crazy flavor profiles. It's like licking a rock and then leather and then hitting German chocolate and blah, 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 and doing all this stuff to try and make you understand what the flavors are like or help you try and find them. But in the end, he was always like, trust your pal, which meant trust your palate. Because if it tastes good to you, it doesn't matter what I think or what rating I give it or how much the bottle of wine is. If it's $3 and you think it's magical, then that's what you should be buying.
Look, who are we? Who am I? Who are you? Who are we to piss on somebody because they like something that we don't particularly like? It's not the right thing to do. Look, I've said this before. The older I get, the more I'm understanding of how people are, of what people like. And it only matters what's good for you, what works for you. I don't care. If you want to eat Hormel chili out of a can, which, by the way, I'm a fan of.
Cold?
Without beans. No, cold. No.
Out of a can.
Jesus. Just because Cleveland is cold most of the year doesn't mean you need to eat your food cold.
You said out of a can.
I didn't say out of a can cold. I said out of a can. And I it meant into a... Oh, stop it.
Okay. I mean, I caught you, but okay.
Ask me your question. Here, I want to be asked the question tonight.
Do you heat it up or do you eat it out of the can?
Don't fucking eat it out of a can. That's an animal thing. But come on, don't do that.
YouTube poll question of the week. I forgot to ask you that.
That's what I'm asking for.
We kind of already addressed this last week, but I was taken aback by one of Rusty's comments. Washing any kind of meat is a learned behavior. Yes or no?
Yes.
91% are saying yes as well.
It's a fucked learned behavior, but it's learned behavior.
I was shocked, perhaps appalled, that our pal Rusty Monson, during the embedded correspondence, thought that it was a fad and that the rinsing of chicken and beef or meat or protein was going to go away.
No, there's no way.
Poor man. He's so busy, he doesn't realize how kooky he sounds.
Poor man. He's so busy getting into the brick and mortar real estate restaurant business. I hope it doesn't come back to bite him in the ass.
How quickly can we talk him out of that, Sam? Can I give you his personal number? Can we call him on the air?
I would do it right now. I would do, dude, please. You know what's interesting? I was thinking about this today as I was thinking about the restaurant business that I used to be in. You know, when you see people on Shark Tank, do you watch Shark Tank?
Sure, business.
Lot of lessons to be learned from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Life lessons, any lessons. People come on and they go, I have this product and we sell it in this pop-up, this truck, this trailer, whatever it is. and the sharks go, what do you want to do with it? And they go, we want to open up 14 restaurants in the next 6 months. And the sharks go, Wait, what the hell is that? Why would you do that? You're already successful. Keep doing that. Don't go into the most difficult restaurant. Sorry, don't go into the most difficult business in the world.
Yeah. People are fascinated with getting a restaurant. Like they think that restaurant equals rich.
It does not.
No.
It equals aggravation.
Misery.
Oh, terrible.
I remember Michael Simon telling me in the first podcast I ever did with him many, many years ago now that you're working 70, 80 hours a week. This is him talking when he was opening Lolita back in Hingetown. He's like, Liz and I were working the restaurant 70, 80, 100 hours a week, and we're hoping we get 4% margin. Like, can you imagine putting in that kind of time for 4 to 5%?
No, but the crazy thing is there's something so physically rewarding about a restaurant when it works well.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. I can't think of an analogy that's not sexual to give you the two opposites of this, but and I'm not going to do it. But at its best, it's amazing. It's great. It's euphoric. At its worst, it's just the most terrible thing ever.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it leans towards the terrible side.
There's not a lot
of dollars, the margins, the employee. Listen, any business that has a ton of employees is a difficult fucking business. There's no question.
It doesn't seem that there's longevity there either. Like how many? There seems to be far fewer restaurants that have been around 20 plus years than the restaurants that have started and have caved within 5.
I'll give you one. In Vancouver, Canada, where I'm from, there's a restaurant called Kobe Japanese Steakhouse. It's my wife's family's restaurant. Her father started it 50 years ago.
No way.
And every year they make more money. They're busier than ever.
Why?
It is an absolute anomaly. It's a great experience. It's essentially like a Benihana, right? So you get the teppanyaki cooking at the table, that kind of thing. But unlike Benihana, it's good. I don't like Benihana. The sauces suck. The food sucks. This is really good. And every time you walk out, you're like, holy shit, that was fabulous. But every year it gets more expensive. Every year, more customers. Every year, more people come. It's the craziest thing. At some point, it has to end, but they've been so successful.
Do they upgrade their... what do you call them?
Yes.
Teppanyanis or whatever?
Yes, teppanyaki tables. The tables where the chefs cook on.
Do they upgrade the chefs? Like, do they say, "Hey, you're not making the cut anymore, Slim? Get out. We got somebody else coming in."
Yes. Did you say Slim? Slim?
Yeah, Slim.
Slim. Yeah. Get out, Slim. You're not making the cut anymore. Yeah. Yes, of course. But like any restaurant, any business, you have to get rid of the ones that don't make the cut. But they upgrade the the menu, the equipment, everything. They've done a really good job. But that's an anomaly. There's not many restaurants that continue year after year after year like that.
This is Kelly's parents' business?
Yes. Kelly's dad started a Japanese teppanyaki restaurant 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he still is
no.
Like the family owns it now, or where's the ownership at?
No, the one of the sons runs it with his son.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a generational restaurant. It's amazing.
So
come to Vancouver, I got you covered. You have the best time.
You
don't need the country. I forgot. You don't need the country.
Wrong. I'm going I'm going to the Bahamas again in June, smart ass.
Same place?
Of course. It was magical.
You had such I'd love to hear that.
Yeah. I didn't say I had a bad time. I had a great time. It was wonderful.
No, I didn't say bad time. I said you had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking you had such a great time. You only go back if you have a good time.
I'm going out of the country next week.
Where?
Orlando, Florida.
That's okay. I like your point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Going with all the gals and all the gals' boyfriends. How about this?
Listen, I heard your little rant at the beginning.
You did?
Yes.
About what?
You need to be like any fathers of daughters that are out there. Listen to what you said.
Are you talking about the sex trafficking thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Can you imagine how reckless she was? Just trotted
I'd call
right
it stupid.
in.
I'd call it stupid.
Of course. Like you can't scream, "I'm scared," all the time somebody's going to take me, and then trot your happy ass into a room you can't see in from some old guys soliciting you. Like,
that's the way.
What are we doing? This isn't a well thought out recipe. This is how terrible things happen.
You know what that is? That's the 20-something version of us getting the shit from Nigerian princes on the internet. You know? Come on.
Yes.
Wake the F up, girl.
Good day, sir. I am here with greatest news.
Thank you. 100%.
Yeah. So why haven't you had Max and Chance mic up so we can hear them? Like,
you can ask this question every day. We talk about this.
But please, there was a video maybe 2 or 3 ago. There was extensive talking back and forth that you could not hear. And now I'm thinking to myself, well, certainly this is going to really strike a chord with him because there was so much talking going on that you couldn't understand.
Just let me break this down for people that don't know who I am or what's going on here. Sam the Cooking Guy on YouTube is me in front of the camera, and behind the camera is Max and Chance. And sometimes they talk. A lot of the times they talk. And when they talk, it adds to the show. It makes it so much better. But they're not mic'd up. And you have a problem with that. There's times when I say, they edit, we shoot, they edit, they send it to me to watch it, and then I make my comments, say this should be longer, you missed this part, blah. And sometimes when I hear their comments, I go, you should CG this, Chiron graphic, put the words on the screen, because people need to understand what that is. And to your point, it would be better if people could always hear. And when I bring that up to them, they go, that's just a whole nother level of editing that's going to take what is ultimately like a 12 to 15-minute video and 8 or 10 hours of editing to much longer editing.
I mean, it's totally incorrect. And I'm not speaking.
You don't do the work.
I'm not speaking out of school here. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. So you are mic'd up. They're shooting video. The only thing that is being added, they're not adding themselves on more video. They're not adding another camera shot. They're not doing any of that. They're just my show. I'm going to talk. Jesus please. God. 1 minute. I hear a lot of talk, a lot of chatter back here. So they need to put on a microphone, and then whatever they're editing gets edited out immediately, just as it would if they were unmiked. Now, instead of doing the Chiron graphic bullshit, they just leave themselves talking that you can hear them enunciate the words, and that's it. Zero more work is added to their plate.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I isolate this conversation.
Yes.
Send it to me. I'll send it to them.
Fine.
I'll give you their email addresses.
I have Max's cell phone. I'll call him directly.
No. Forget him.
Oh,
he's too busy with whatever his life is doing. Max? Chance needs to know this. Both of them need to have this information.
Well, I don't. No, I'll have to send it to you. But I mean, there's no more work for them. It's
okay. I'm telling you, isolate this.
Yes, all right.
Send it.
Also,
maybe something will happen.
Also, why haven't you had those two stand up together in front of the camera so we can see if they're morphing into looking like each other?
They're not. I just had Chancey come up when we shot yesterday in front of the camera and have a conversation.
Let's talk about homemade SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Pretty inspiring.
Yes. Thank you.
Fan suggestion or your recipe?
I don't want to talk out of school.
Like, I don't know where you would come up. I'm not saying that somebody recommended it, but I also think it was inspiring that.
You think it's beyond my mind?
No.
You think it's beyond my capability?
No, but I'm just saying.
I can't come up with homemade fucking SpaghettiOs.
No, I'm saying.
Wow.
I'm saying.
What a dick.
Wow.
Is everybody in Cleveland a dick?
I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought it was inspiring that you thought to do a homemade SpaghettiO. Like, who even thinks about SpaghettiO, number one, and then to think about it and go, well, I could obviously do better. That's the same.
I can tell you this. It was, it's back and forth between who suggests something, Max or me. He's younger. He's more in tune with our audience. So that's fine. He goes, you should make this. I go, great, I'll make it.
I disagree.
And I'll make it. I'll make it.
Why, how can he be more in tune with your audience? It's your audience.
Because Max is 36.
Yes.
And our audience, 75% of our audience is between 18 and like 40 or something. So he's right in there.
I think you know what the audience wants.
I don't know.
You can isolate that too and send it to him.
I've been on TV.
Too busy.
I've been doing this too long. I don't know if I know anything anymore. Really.
I think you know how to cook. Number one,
well,
that's kind of important.
I can do that. But I got that part down. Yeah. But coming up with ideas, I say to Max all the time, I'm out. He goes, what should we? I go, I have no ideas anymore. I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm blank. So I do believe that the SpaghettiOs idea was mine. Where it came from, did I see? Every so often I'd go through like this old school thing. What did they used to make? What did I used to eat? That kind of thing. And I'm thinking it came from something like that. Anyway, it was fucking delicious, and you should make it.
Yeah.
Listen, I say this almost all the time. Don't eat the same thing all the time. Don't cook the same thing all the time. You know, we all get in this rut. Tuesday night is Aunt Ruth's meatloaf, and Wednesday is Grandma Jenny's chicken. You got to break that shit up, because that will just lead you to a life of fucking monotony. Get out of the rut, make something different. Try something that is absolutely out of your wheelhouse. If you're like New England, old school, clam chowder, fish fry, that kind of shit, whatever that is, go Asian. If you're an Asian file, that's the kind of food that you like, start making macaroni and cheese. Just do something different. It will break up your life, the monotony, make your food world way more exciting.
If I told you for the last 7 weeks, I have had the same thing, BLD, would it make your mind want to explode?
No, it would make me want to kick you in the fucking nuts.
Why?
And have you stop that.
I'm not complaining.
Listen, don't complain. That's fine. I get you're not complaining, but my friend,
I don't have to think about.
And I use that term as importantly as I can, because you're one of my closest friends.
Agreed.
Even though we've never actually met or hugged or shaken hands. I'm telling you, changing your food world up. Look, you don't want to get to your last day on this planet, because we're all going to get there one day. Nobody's getting out of here alive.
I heard that.
You don't want to get there. You don't want to get there your second to last day on the planet and try something different, not the BLD. You'll have something different and you'll be like, oh shit, this is amazing. Why didn't I have this? You don't want that moment. You want to leave this planet having eaten as much as you can of everything that you can. That's my message to your viewers tonight.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Greg.
Yes, but so, I mean, in full disclosure, I am really trying to get to a certain aesthetic for our boyfriend male pose down in Florida next week.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Because this 50-year-old is going to show at least half those boyfriends that I'm in better shape and more shredded than they are. How about that?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I was 181 pounds. What a dick. 2 months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago. and I made a couple changes.
Yeah.
I went to a mostly protein-based diet.
High protein.
See, and I ate in the morning and then not again till night. And then look, I'm now 171. I lost 10 pounds.
Wow.
It's been 2 months. I've maintained it, but I lost it in it's been like 4.5 weeks.
Yeah.
You can do it. There's nothing missing in my life.
Yeah.
I eat food. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I'm not eating a lot of bread and pizza and pasta and shit like that. But I'm okay with that. But I worked to get to a point where I was be okay for my son's wedding in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, I like me. I'm sticking with this.
So you're going to stick with it. Yeah. So I'm on.
And I eat.
I'm on the same like high protein routine.
Yeah.
So get up, do the workout, and then before I go to work, 250 grams of non-fat yogurt, Greek yogurt, 100 grams of blueberries every morning, and then 60 grams of oatmeal for lunch. And then I have 18 ounces of pulled chicken for dinner, along with an avocado, about 110 grams, 2 slices of sourdough bread, and a salad as much as I want. And I'm good. And I've gone from 183 pounds to Saturday was 168.
Wow. Listen, I can't do the cold breakfast shit.
You don't
The
like
yogurt
Greek
and
yogurt?
the berries and shit like that. I love Greek yogurt, but I'm not having that for when I wake up in the morning. I don't eat until about 11 o'clock. I'm good until then. But then I want something satisfying, fulfilling, and here's ready? Warm.
Yep.
I have vegetables sauteed in a pan with just a little oil, and then an egg and some cheese. And that's what I eat. And that makes me so happy. And that carries me through to dinner. Cold shit, yogurt, berries, that kind of bullshit. No, that's not doing anything for me.
You don't like berries?
They're okay, but that's not what I want to start my day with. I need to start the engine with something warm and to get the whole mechanism working.
I just need to onboard about 30 grams of protein to generate muscle synthesis.
You can do that with eggs and things like that.
Yeah, but
eggs
not
with
fat.
turkey and steak in the pan. What do you mean non-fat?
Non-fat Greek yogurt just gives me protein.
That's fine.
Calories.
It's cold. It's not.
I like it.
It doesn't do anything for me. I want to enjoy my. Here, you're like my mother-in-law who's no longer here. I don't mean that you're no longer here. You're here.
Should I be offended?
Food to you is not necessarily exciting and enjoying.
Food is fuel.
Food to you is fuel. That's it. That's the problem. I want you to enjoy your food.
I do. I enjoy every ounce of it.
No, not enough. No, cold yogurt.
I enjoy every gram
in the morning.
of it.
Yeah, welcome to Russia. You're in a fucking gulag. It's 1962. Hey, what? Good morning, Greg. Here is your cold yogurt for the morning. This is all you have to eat today. That's not right. No, the body doesn't want that. The body wants something warm to get going.
I treated at lunch with 60 grams of oatmeal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So good. So good.
Oliver.
Do you plan to make any changes to your live fire cooker setup this year?
I'm going to get rid of a lot of the shit that's there. If anybody wants anything,
what are you getting rid of? Let's make a list.
Stuff.
Let's make a list of what we're getting rid of.
There's too much stuff.
You're going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace?
No, I would never sell it.
Never.
That would be because most of the stuff I haven't paid for, I could never freaking sell it.
Bad karma.
What do I need?
I don't know.
I need a smoker.
Okay.
I have two big Traegers.
Yep.
I've got the Timberline and I've got the Ironwood, right? So you're gonna get rid of one of those.
They didn't send you the new Woodwind or whatever the hell it is?
No, the Wedgwood. What's it called?
No, not something wood.
No, they didn't. But I think they kept that mostly in-house. I didn't see too much of that online. Did you see much of that online?
Woodbridge? Is that
yes.
it? Woodbridge?
Did you see much of that online with other people?
No, it was, I mean, from a Traeger standpoint, I would say it was their most ineffectual launch.
Well, I'd say it was most in-house launch. They kept it close to the vest.
Okay, we can say it like that too, if you would care.
Look, we know how you feel about Traeger.
Nope.
Everybody
you don't know anything about it.
No, we do.
I like
Everybody
their products.
knows how you feel
I've
about
said
Traeger.
it many times. Big fan of the products.
Doug,
love it.
Wait, excuse me. Let me talk to
Doug's
my
not
buddy
here.
Doug Scheiding.
Doug's not
for a
here.
second.
No, Doug.
No, I know he's not here. But Doug, we all know how Greg feels about Traeger.
Big fan of the products.
By the way, do you know when I'm going to see Doug next? You're not going to like this.
Next, he's just in the other room.
No, he's not. At the Traeger Summit.
Where is that?
It's in Utah.
In Utah? You're going to the Traeger Summit?
I've been invited to the Traeger Summit. What's the laugh? Why do you laugh? Why do you laugh? I'll report back from there. Doug and I will do a report.
I don't
How
even
about that?
care.
How about that?
I don't even want to
You
hear
do
about
care.
it. I don't.
No, you do care. No, you do care.
Why would you go to that? What do you care?
Okay, well, I like the product.
Debatable.
I'm not saying that. They're not paying me to say that. I like the product. I'm a fan of Traegers.
But I say that, and they definitely
do that all you want.
But I say that, but they definitely don't pay me.
And they don't pay me to say that.
All right.
No, the face.
All right.
Okay. All right. We have done Traeger integrations where they paid us to announce their new grills, their new smokers. And that's fine. That's completely legitimate. That's legitimate.
All right.
I'm
just saying I'm a fan of their products.
Listen, when I'm at a cocktail party, cocktail party. Why did I say that? When I'm at a party, I don't go to cocktail parties. When I'm at a party and somebody goes, "Oh, you have all this shit, blah blah blah. What do you like?" And I go, "Oh, I like this. I like this. What should I get?" I go, "Well, you should get." When I'm telling somebody goes, "What do I need in my backyard?" Here's what I say. I go, "You should get something that you can cook with charcoal on." And that could be, a variety of things, straight charcoal. The gas grill thing you don't need, I don't think. But I do think that you should have a smoker of some kind. And when I say smoker, I think a pellet smoker like a Traeger is the ideal thing to have. They're plug and play. They're great to use.
Sure.
And I know you have other sponsors, and that's fine. And you shouldn't, pony up to say that the Traegers are good. And I know you have a thing about Traeger. You got like a thing in your ass. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something up there that pisses you off about Traeger. It's their size,
no
weight,
less than 15 times in the last 7 minutes. I have said, big fan of their products. I have the original Timberline 850. I use it routinely. Big fan.
Good for you, but
big fan.
But Doug Scheiding would agree with me that somehow you have an anti-hard-on for Traeger, and I'm not sure what caused it. What happened along the way? Maybe Jeremy said something to you or didn't show up on one of the...
Maybe.
What is it?
Maybe they decided that they were the ones that founded internet connection. Maybe they decided that they were going to sue and try and put somebody out of business and do all. Again, no problem with the products. Big problem.
I love you.
Big problem with how they run the business and how they choose to execute certain business processes at the expense of others when there was no need to do it because they did not invent internet connection or Wi-Fi connection.
How did that end up? I don't remember. Remind us all how did that end up?
Nobody could sue anybody anymore. That was it. The Green Mountain Grills was found to be not infringing. Everybody was told stop suing each other, and that's it. after
it's fine.
years and years.
It's all fine.
No, I mean, in the end, it doesn't mean that it's all fine, but
Was that it?
there's
Is that
certainly
the
no
thing
more
that,
suing.
Is that the thing that you hated them over?
Yes.
Okay.
When
checking.
you know you did not invent something, and then you say you did, and then you try and put somebody out of business that did invent it, then that's
Listen,
a problem to me.
I'm not. Look, I am not defending them.
Yes,
but-
obviously you are. You're telling me that I have an issue
not.
with Traeger and I have a bug up my ass, and
You do.
I have-
Everybody
yes,
knows you
but-
have a bug up
yes,
your
but
ass.
it has been.
And that's one of the things I love about you, that you are honest about how you feel about companies. I love that.
It's been sparklingly clear over the years
Sparklingly
on how
clear.
that has.
Am I not saying this?
Just saying? I'm saying it.
I believe you don't have to go. I'm saying because I'm saying it.
Now say it again.
That's great. Good
I
moment. Go
say
ahead.
Sam
Let's
does
hear
not
it.
like Traeger. Say it.
Say what?
Nothing. So you're going to go to Traeger Nation. Traeger
why
Days?
do you make me feel like why do you make me feel like a fucking traitor? Not Traeger, traitor.
I don't know.
You're making me feel like I'm a traitor.
You shouldn't go. I don't think you should go.
Because why?
Just stay. Let's.
Because
How about if I
I
come
want
out?
to see.
How
I
about
want
if
to
I
see
come?
what this is.
Nah, you
You're
don't.
not
You're not. You don't
coming.
like anybody
Don't
over
come.
there. You don't.
You don't like. I love Doug Scheiding.
Yeah.
Doug will be
You
there.
can fly to Texas. It'd be better.
He's the only one I'll know. I don't want to go to Texas.
It'd be warmer in Texas.
Listen, they don't like Jews in Texas. I'm not going to Texas.
Oh, in Texas?
No, they don't like Jews. I'm staying here. California, Jew friendly.
Pro Jew.
Texas, not Jew friendly. I'm pretty certain.
Well, that's
Okay, I'm joking. I don't want anybody jumping on my social media shit and saying that's not true.
not being a Jew myself.
listen,
I would never
I don't want
question what states are pro or anti-Jew. I just would
I don't
like
want
to.
somebody going like this. Hey, listen, I'm a Jew and I live in Texas, and you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. I love it here. Yeah.
We love our Jews here.
What's
We love that little funny hat they wear.
they?
We love the
funny hat.
bagels. We love your bagels.
Your bagels.
Peace, love, and bagels.
That's right.
Those bagels. You put some of our brisket in one of those bagels, we got you down. It's all good. Just don't be coming into our shops and stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we don't want it.
I want your weird money.
Yeah.
How do you make a fluffy omelet souffle?
Oh my God, that thing was so fucking good.
I'm
was
so
so
jealous
good.
of that fluffy.
Well, you could make that. You saw me make it. Greg's talking about look, we'd love to, because I completely admit I'm out of ideas. We make things that other channels make, and we look for things that are a little bit bizarre.
Yeah.
We made a fluffy omelet, and when I say fluffy, I mean like it was like
Oh,
this
it's huge.
thick.
Yeah.
This gorgeous. Wait, we just shot something the other day. Hold on, when is it going to air? Hold on.
Waffle House is jealous of how fluffy
Stand
that
by.
omelet is.
Max.
I'm just
Wait,
filling.
please.
I'm just filling time.
Okay, we're making a burger that will air tomorrow.
All right.
We did a thing from a place in Japan called Brisk Burger, and they make it like a smash patty burger, right? It's beautiful burger. Then they cut it in half, and then they take the cut sides face down on a flat griddle and get them all fucking charred up and shit.
Yep.
It just like makes it better. So we did one that will air tomorrow. Beautiful double smash patty with cheese. But then once it's made, you cut it in half and you take basically a fajita pan, get it to 8,000 degrees.
Eek.
You pour cheese sauce on it. It bubbles like effing crazy. And then you take this burger, cut it in half, put it face down on the cheese sauce. It's insane. Effing sane. Yeah.
Can I use it on a griddle?
Wow.
Like, could I use a griddle in replacement of a fajita pan?
No, buddy.
No.
You need to contain that cheese sauce.
Oh.
You need a fajita pan.
Yeah.
You could use a cast iron pan, but whatever pan you use, you need to contain the cheese sauce. It's got to be on the heat. I put a what are those guns
Infrared
that
gun?
measure heat? Infrared gun on it. It was like at 850 degrees.
Holy moly.
Before I put the cheese sauce on it, before I put the cut burger on. It's the most incredible, the smoking, it was fucking great.
And this is Cheese Whiz cheese sauce type stuff, or melted
No,
Velveeta, or what?
No, this
No.
is proper cheese. I used cream cheese, and I used 8 ounces of truffle white cheddar.
Oh, real cheese.
White cheddar. That,
Wow.
You know, because because
cheese is an orange.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I got called out in New Zealand for that. Some lady in a store. She had a problem. We were shopping in a store in New Zealand, in a supermarket, on camera, and she's like something like, I can't do the New Zealand accent. It sounds like Australian, but
yeah.
She started yelling at me for something. I go, wait, I don't understand. She goes, we don't have orange cheese. I go, what? She goes, we don't have orange cheese. And I'm like, I don't want you. She goes, cows don't give orange milk. And it was like, you are just need this. Oh my God, you're right. She was right.
Yeah.
I don't know where the orange comes from, but it's not coming from the cows.
Orange dye 87.
Why are we adding orange dye 87?
I don't know. I won't eat orange cheese. Well, unless it's American cheese, because I am a proud American. But outside of that, I'm not eating any orange cheese. I'll eat raw Parmesan Parmigiano Reggiano raw, but other than that, no. And I'll eat the rinds. Yeah. Rinds are delicious.
Rinds are good. Put them in risotto, in a soup, whatever. They find their place there. But American cheese really is the best cheese for a burger.
Yeah, of course.
Especially
Melts
a smash
perfectly.
burger.
So good.
Perfect. Who cares what's in it?
I don't
give a shit.
Hey, look, Sam the Cooking Guy's here, and you should be subscribing to him. Almost 4 million YouTube subscribers as of 3/1/2025. He was at 3.79, inching closer to 4 million. If you would like to buy the best knives in your life that you don't have to spend a shitload of money on, you go to shopstcg.com. And you can get a chef's knife and get that big machete knife. And there's a paring knife. There's steak knives. I use the chef's knife, 8-inch chef's 8-inch? 10-inch? 8-inch chef's knife?
Yeah,
the big one?
No, the chef's is 8.
Yeah.
Did I send you the big one?
Well, I have the big statement, which is not a chef's knife, but then I have a chef's knife.
The 10.5. Yeah, and you have the Nikiri. I think you have most of them.
Yeah, Nikiri. I got the offset bread.
Do you have the 5-inch Santoku?
Yes, 5-inch Santoku. But chef's knife is really my go-to knife. Love it in the hand.
Do you have the boner?
Got the boner.
6-inch
Use that a lot.
knife?
Yeah, use that a lot.
Okay, you got the chef's knife. Okay,
I think I have pretty much the whole set.
Knife. Okay, yeah, you're there.
And the carving set too.
Oh, you do.
I have that. Yeah, no doubt.
Wish I was you.
Big fan.
I wish I'd had all the knives.
I know somebody.
You got them.
Yeah, got them. Got them and love them.
Hook me up.
Got them and love them.
Hook me up. Hook me up.
Head over to shopstcg.com to get those knives and all the associated gear. And in the meantime, we will see Sam in April. Sam, always appreciate the time.
You're the best, Greg. Thanks, man.
Take care. Back-to-back successful weeks for Sam the Cooking Guy, pulling a second hour as well, which I appreciate. By the way, little known fact that 10:35 p.m. Eastern tonight, we were supposed to see the Iron Chef himself and Cleveland's very own Michael Simon. That did not happen. Not going to get into why. He has been rescheduled for early May. I don't know if we'll have just missed the launch of the book or if it'll just be before the book is out, but Michael Simon will be in May. He was switching coasts, going from New York over to Los Angeles, which he is there now. But couldn't get him the product in time. He said he was available. I said, no, we're going to wait and rebook. And so we did. And so, unbeknownst to Sam the Cooking Guy, he pulls 2 segments. It was Malcolm. It was Sam. It's great. Better stop this before it ruins everything. And we will be back to wrap the show right after this. But before we do it, for 17 years, Green Mountain Grills has brought the smoke to the competition scene in backyards all over the world. Their Venturi-style firebox delivers the cleanest 150-degree smoke in the pellet game. Their new redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 grills blend the proven technology of the past. The technology of the future. Green Mountain Grill is the proven and original innovator in all things Wi-Fi and continues to give the user granular options to control your grill in any environment and from anywhere. Green Mountain Grill also leading the pack in accessory creation, from their pizza attachment that delivers pizza in 2 minutes to rotisseries to add on to side burners as well. Check out the new 2.0 GMG at greenmountaingrills.com. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
We thank Sam the Cooking Guy for joining us last segment. This portion of the show being brought to you by the Barbecue Diet Program, which is what I'm on, Sam. You tired of diets that make you choose between good food and real results? You don't have to anymore. Our pal Dave McDowell has cracked the code. Personalized fat loss coaching for barbecue lovers lets you eat foods you love, like ribs and brisket and wings, and still lose weight, get lean, and feel amazing. In fact, this is not a fad. It's a proven system that includes barbecue-friendly meal plans, tailored health strategies, and weekly check-ins, so you're never guessing, never alone, and never forced to give up what you love. Here's the deal. You can keep struggling on your own, or you can plug into a system that works. Join now, get exclusive access to expert coaching, real-world strategies, and a support crew that won't let you fail. Go to skool.com, that's SKOOL, skool.com/BBQ right now, and take the first step, because you can have barbecue and your dream body too, but you have to take action. Don't do that. Jimmy Shotwell weighing in here in the chat room saying, hey, will you be in Memphis for Memphis in May or the other one in Memphis? Jimmy, I will stand true as I have every year. Nope.
Get that free stuff out of here.
Maybe next year. I feel like 2026 is the year that Memphis in May has my name all over it. As we look at the poll question of the week, washing any kind of meat is a learned behavior, and we'll end the poll right here. 92% of you are saying yes, that is a learned behavior. All right, well, let's go ahead and get on out of here. All the way back in the first hour was an extended Malcolm Reed talking about a number of topics, and then in the second hour was an extended Sam the Cooking Guy. Programming note, I mentioned I will be in Florida next week. There will be no show next week at all. No show. But we will be back on the 18th. We have a number of guests. Mike Lang will lead the show. A Wes Wright will be in. I believe we also have a Dave Gafford signing, although that could be next month. No, it's a Daniel Vaughn, for sure. I forget who 1014 is. But the show is filled out. Oh, Meathead is going to be in on the 18th as well. So I believe it's going to be Meathead leading the show, to a Wes Wright, to a Mike Lang, to a Daniel Vaughn, if you could believe it. Star-studded show. So, how do I always leave? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. Until a week from next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shamo!
This is Chris Payne from Euclid, Ohio, and you are listening to Barbecue Central.